Innovation rules the nation.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Just after the holiday, it's great to be back. This is the TBS, the Breakfast Show, 96.1 of the heart and soul of Liberia. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Where you serve you breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. Just after the noisy unification day, so many missed comments on social media. Howbeit, we are right here this morning on the biggest breakfast show cutting across the 15 counties in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. The love of liberty is here. Let justice be done to all. And let's say welcome back home to our president. It's great to have him back. Good morning, His Excellency, President Joseph Yuma Boykai. You better start practicing how to come in president. And I'd like to say good morning to His Excellency. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Rebels Maca Davis, serving breakfast straight up till 10 o'clock. So much to talk about. The 15th of May. On today, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission will release names. Man, Maca laughing. On today, the LACC will release names of those who have declared their assets. Out of the 500 nominations, almost 85 of the appointed officials have declared their assets. Is it business as usual or no business as usual? Good morning, folks. Let's have a great time. Good morning to all of our lawmakers. When you wake up in the morning, what sort of mindset do you have for your district, your people, your country, your county? Those of you posting on the social media, before I bring on Maca this morning, I don't post the worst thing about your country. Let me just say this out. Regardless of all of the political differences you may have, but don't post the worst about your country on the social media. I mean, no one gonna love your country more than you do. Let's keep our inner fight right here. Yes, good morning, folks. I'm O'Neill. Good morning to you, Maca. We spent a day halfway yesterday
Yeah,
until
absolutely.
12 May Day, and we just played.
Yeah.
Good morning.
You just walk away in protest. Good morning. O'Neill, good morning to our many listeners this morning. It's great for us to be back to serve our people breakfast. Like you mentioned, we went halfway of the day to yesterday, and then you disappeared. I saw on your face you were kind of worried about the Tottenham and Man City game.
Yes.
And moreover, as the key striker for the player of Liberia, I may say, and then the listing of the player that came up from the coach, I know he and Judy Johnson, who the real coach said.
Judy? Judy winning for the first time.
Yeah. So your name, was down on the list and stuff like that. So you went to the park, you just walked through one or two, you tell your colleagues, and then, you left. So, and we stayed there and ended everything.
Congratulations. But the main thing was all fasting for Arsenal. But sometimes when you pray to God, you get on your knees and call, God, what are you? And God is listening. And the prayer didn't win. The way intended for me. Anyway. Yeah, it's good to be back.
Absolutely, it's great to be back and welcome to all of you. We are expecting the president in country today.
He's in country.
Oh, he's in country.
Yeah, interestingly, let me tell you this one. You notice when we arrived on the Invisible Park, I was a few a minute away from you guys, right? So I received this call from Brussels, and this person was right at the airport and said, "Well, I'm looking at your president." I said, "See our president." From Brussels all the way here. I said, okay. How's the president? He said, okay, he arrived today. That was on yesterday now. I said, okay, great. So what you coming for? He said yes. I thought I was talking about OPM call on a holiday,
I see.
but he said the president is arriving. As I say, no, once you're a public figure, I mean, there's no secret about you. But it's great to have President Joseph Boykai. I've been back home after. Now we expect the government to tell us about the U.S. Business Summit.
Okay.
By now, we expect government ministries, information to be running and tell us how the president spent the 15 or 14 days in the U.S.
Exactly. And we should be hearing from the presidential press secretary
Mhm,
about some of the engagements the president had,
mhm,
what were some of the outcomes, especially positives,
mhm,
because Liberians want the best for the country. So each time our president travel or any of our leaders traveled out of the country, we believe they should try in whatever means to find some kind of opportunity for the country, especially for the young people. So, and Liberian businesses have been struggling over the period of time, especially to compete with their foreign counterparts,
mhm,
and they have always wanted government support.
mhm,
So, the president attending the U.S. Africa Business Summit, the Liberia Business Association will believe that, well, let's see what the president is coming back with for
mhm,
us as
mhm.
business people in Liberia. So, let me officially say welcome back, Mr. President, and thanks for
Mhm.
representing our country out there. We follow some of the activities, some of the forum and engagements you had, but we are waiting on the mouthpiece of the government to tell us exactly the outcome of the trip, what
Mhm.
Liberia stands to benefit, and all of that.
Yes, because politics now. So say the president going to stay away, not in the interest of the country. But anyway, good morning is excellent. So welcome back home. I mean, we feel much better being home. No one's like home. So it's good we greet our leader with respect and honor. This is why we have top officials always appearing on the breakfast show. Although we have some issues, we got some people complaining late to the president this morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, but okay, doing that,
Yeah,
we were wrong.
yeah, we have to welcome the president
Yes,
first.
of course. That's why he listened to us.
Take his coffee and tea this
Yes,
morning,
yes.
and then later on,
Yeah, they will lay all the complaint.
lay the
In your
complaint,
absent, President
the
Barker.
ingredients they've been doing.
Great. So let's take the motivation before the lineup. Don't be afraid of change. You may end up losing something good, but you'll probably end up giving something. Bobby Bleeder Addison. Yes, for our morning motivation this one. Let's see what we have this morning for the lineup on this. Look, Max fixing. I don't want to say this on Max fixing. I haven't seen. Let me just say this one quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
clear,
the Arsenal. I mean, the Tottenham, the Man City game last night.
Mhm.
So we Arsenal fans were hoping for a win or a draw for Spurs. The 45 minutes in a goal left. So okay, but as soon as Man City scored, the entire stadium started to cheer. Man City. The Tottenham fans were cheering City, saying, "Well, Arsenal, are you watching this?" My man, the Premier League should investigate.
that was provocative.
Yes.
I mean, yes, and well, whatever it is,
If we'll wait for another.
we had the hope that Arsenal will celebrate glory this season, but the way it's stand now,
Let's wait. Let's wait for the last dance on Sunday.
yeah,
It had to see.
yeah. And I think that it's great that the competition is going to the very end,
Mhm.
because I remember, I think a season or two ago, there were game left when they get a trophy out.
Yes, that's last
Yes,
season.
yes.
All right.
So I mean, this time around, it's going to the very end. I think the competition was great.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially from Arsenal.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me admit. No, I'm a fan of Barcelona.
And President Walker do like a team too.
My team
It's
is
like-
not my team is not strong like Arsenal this season to
Okay,
admit.
okay.
Yes. We already struggling to contain people like Vinicius Junior,
Mhm.
Rodrigo, and the legs of the other guys, and then they go and bring Mbappe for Oigi.
Killing Mbappe. Great. So it's 8 o'clock. At 8:15, we'll bring all the complaints we have to tell the president this morning. Let's see what we have this morning.
Yeah, so coming up shortly is the health tips with David Coty for at least 3 minutes this morning. And again, this show is sponsored by Orange Liberia. and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan African Bank, the best banking institution, private banking institution in the country. You can do banking with EcoBank and enjoy and experience the greatness of EcoBank.
Great.
Again, in our studio chat, like we have already started, we welcome the president this morning. The importance of the trip to the U.S. We will talk about that. And complaint to President Joseph Boakai, a few appointed officials, fit still hanging, especially at the road farm where Henson Kiazuru, is yet to officially of the institution. We are getting report. I've been trying to even reach out to
the minister,
foreign work minister, but I'm not getting through.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are getting reports that there is some huge interference by the public works minister in that matter. I think the president himself is aware that the lady Josita, right?
Josita went to.
Yes. She requested that she should be paid and leave, but the public works minister reported it to her not to go.
With her communication.
Yes, she should remain in charge. Again, the vice president, of course, he spoke at the unification day yesterday. We will talk a bit about this accelerometer issue, and we will pick some button on the vice president's court because he's noted for intervening some of the critical issues in the country, but we didn't see him intervene in his own backyard.
Yes, why?
Yes. So we'll talk about that this morning, and at 8:30 we'll bring on the representative, one of the robust and proactive lawmakers in the 55th legislature.
Okay.
Yes, Small Mobile has been very proactive in the legislature.
They don't bring the order to share the war crimes
code t-shirt. Yeah, so he will be with us this morning up to 9:05. We'll talk about some critical national issues. We listened to him at the weekend when he mentioned that whatever money that will be made available for the district will be used to start the technical college project in District 3. We'll talk more about that this morning. And following that, we'll bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials, proudly brought to you by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. 9:15 to 10 o'clock, University of Ghana Alumni Association Liberia. They'll be here as our guest on the last segment of the show this morning to discuss the association's progress and achievements, especially as it relates to the admission of Liberian students in one of Africa's best and well-ranking institution of learning. Counselor Lisa Atherton Thomas, Novel and Information Specialist Kofi Wale will appear on the show this morning to talk more about their initiative. So we'll have real veterans on the show.
Yeah, I think we haven't seen Medina for long. I'll advise her. So
Wow.
yes, she's coming up.
Yes, that will be great. So yes, we hope to have a very wonderful show here this morning. Thanks for joining us in the midst of our country first.
Good morning. Great. Yes, the president is listening this morning. Let's bring on the help table David Ernest Coty. David tenure position expires at the end of this month. There are a lot of SOS call on the social media. No, we shouldn't remove David Coty from the health team. Good morning to you, David Coty. Good morning. Just go ahead.
Open your mouth. Anyway, I'm sorry, that's a slip of tongue. High blood pressure is the leading cause of stroke, heart attack, and kidney failure. But thousands of Liberians are moving around today with high blood pressure and not aware that they have it. Know blood pressure status always and put it under control. The hospital is not the best place to have a correct blood pressure reading because you will be under stress when you get there. Maybe because of traffic jam before getting to the hospital, you are already vexed. So it's not the best place. You must do it at home. That's the best place to do a blood pressure reading. But rules to follow are: number one, check your blood pressure at home, and the best time is in the morning. Number two, when you wake up in the morning, wait for after 1 hour before you take your blood pressure reading. It got to be after 1 hour. Number three, empty your bladder. In other words, go and pee-pee. Go and urinate before you do your pressure. Number four, take it 3 times with 1 minute apart and throw the first result away. 4, find a quiet place. No dog barking, no music playing, no noise from children, and put the radio on. Some of you love the news where you got to cut it off for those few minutes. Number 5, sit down straight in a chair with a bag and let your feet be flat on the ground. No cross, you don't cross your leg, no cross legging. So you have to sit on straight with your feet flat on the ground. And don't sit on a stool or on a bench. You can sit on the chair that has a back and sit straight. Number six, when you sit down, rest for 5 minutes before you check your pressure. Don't just sit on rather and put a cover around your arm. No. Number seven, take it again in the evening time after all your day's activities. You take it in the evening again and compare notes and see what it looks like. Take down the records each time you check your pressure and take the record to your doctor when you visit the hospital. Show it to him. So the hospital is not left out totally, but it's still show it to your doctor, your records. Don't shake and don't talk when you are doing your blood pressure. Don't talk. Keep your phone off, not on silent because it may vibrate and you may want to pick it up. Avoid food, alcohol, exercise, smoking, or even taking bath. Just avoid everything 30 minutes before the time. If you want to take your pressure, your blood pressure measurement, for example, 7:30, by 7 o'clock, just stop doing everything else. Number 10, do not uh, do not take your blood pressure right after meal. So you will have your breakfast, excuse me, after that you want to do your pressure. It will not be correct. 12, always use the same arm, preferably the left arm, because your heart is actually in the center, but slightly on the left hand side. The last one now, perhaps, put it on your bare skin, on the skin of the arm. Leaving a long sleeve shirt on and putting a curve around it is not always good. So put on the bare skin. Now remember this, your body needs 6 to 8 hours to digest food properly because the food will go through the stomach, go through the small intestine, and then go straight into the big intestine where digestion will still take place. So it's always advisable to wait for 4 to 5 hours before you eat the next meal. Don't be in a habit just eating every minute because you got food to eat. No. If you don't do that, if your food is not digested properly, you will not get the nutrients, the vitamins, and the minerals that you need to get a body working, especially vitamin B12 and iron. You will also suffer from bloating, diarrhea, constipation, and abdominal pain. I mean, I already finished. Well, thank you very much for listening and have a good day. Oh, yeah, true. You claimed I finished already.
There I see you, man. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to Uncle Joe. Yes, yes.
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Ain't thinking it's any
Yes.
position coming finish 2 years. All I welcome back into it. Oh, you sounded like Musa Berezeo.
All of y'all who been saying I'm this and that, open your mouth. I'm ready for you now. Open your mouth.
Yes, they're continuing with our health tip this morning. Right here on 96.1. They want to apologize with the papers because of time.
Okay.
Yes, we can bring you the review of the local dailies again. Just for this morning, I'm sincerely apologize for that. But let's go straight into our talking point. Our guests already out here for 8:30. Representative Sumo Mobile District number 3 will be in studio shortly. Good morning again. Welcome back home, His Excellency. All hail the king. It's good to respect our leaders. Sometimes I listen to some network, the way they address the presidents. Our presidency is very sad. You can have issue with the government, but the leader must be respected. Yes, we must respect our leader. His Excellency Joseph Boyka, good morning. Welcome back home. Now we expect, I mean, like you said, the presidential press secretary or Mikas, to make some rounds around some radio stations and tell us what's the importance of the president visit to the U.S. Because I'm seeing the opposition bloc was saying, well, the president, well, he went to the U.S. coming back with his hands swinging back and forth. So is that with the government? Let's know some of the importance of the meeting the U.S. Business Summit had. All right, but this big one, we're going to talk about the ArcelorMittal thing right now. Good morning, His Excellency. In your absence, there was this, do I say, blockage of mines in Yekepa in Nimba County. Foreign of you visited Western Cluster. Yes, the president, you visited Western Cluster. Then 1 week later, the Conjo Devil took a siege of the mines at Asilo Mentar. Mind you, Mentar is the biggest revenue investors we do have in our country. And there was no operation for close to 7 days. His Excellency, good morning to you. When the president arrives, he needs to be briefed well with the rightful information, and that's what we're doing this morning. President Boyka, there was no operation at the biggest revenue investor in the whole country. We all know that's not mental. Like we said on tomorrow, we'll bring our own exclusive, who's wrong or who's not wrong. But our thing here is, why is it we are seeing the absence of the president? There's going to be a massive protest of the motorcyclists, but the vice president, Jeremiah Kwanku, intervened. He called the police director and said, look, let's have a way out. And he was able to settle it.
In fact, the first one was the AFL women protest. You remember?
Yes.
When he stopped on the highway there,
he intervened.
Spoke with them, and they left the road. And then
they listened to him, right? Yes, yes. So the first one, the AFL with where?
Yes.
AFL wives, yes. Right? He settled that. The motorcycle was going to get this whole city outside down, and Jeremiah Kwanku intervened and also settled it. Then in Nimba County, the home of the vice president, the place his neighbor's screen is attached to, had a serious problem. And up to now, we're still yet to know why the vice president was tight-lipped on this. Mind you, he's second to Joseph Boyka, right? And knowing that Asilo Mentar is the highest revenue generator of government, and the vice president remained tight-lipped on this one. We have Francis Yemale going back and forth, on behalf of government, the Minister of Internal Affairs. This is the vice president county, man.
Sure.
This is the county, and I understood that he has some meeting close to the mine site in Mita. Look, I'm not coming to a conclusion, but I'm still concerned why the vice president was still tight-lipped on this. And say these people bills a lot of revenue to government. There was some major protests at the mines.
And Onu, more of that, there's one Arvin and one Grace Barry. I think we played Grace voice here a couple of times on the news when that issue came up. When they even came from Nimba, went to the office of the vice president to petition his office. And we understand that Grace is someone who is very close to the vice president.
Yes.
So understand also that one, I think Arvin, I'm not getting the name correct, but I think it should be Arvin. He's also very close to the vice president. And they were. So
what Maga saying close during his campaign?
Yes.
These were front runner for him during the
exactly,
campaign. And they were leading the protests.
Yes. They were the front runner of the protest. So our concern is that Asilo Mentar, being one of the biggest contributors to the Liberian economy, especially one of the biggest supporters of the Liberian budget, having issue at the mines, people who are leading these, what I should call it, advocacy that led to the protest, they are children to the vice president.
Yes. And
a multi-million-dollar company is shut down for almost a week. They were losing revenue while the government also was losing.
Yes.
And the vice president could just place a call to Grace.
Yes.
And tell Grace that since your concerns have been recognized by the government, you're back off. Even from day one.
Can we sit on a round table?
You understand?
What are the issues?
You're back off. Let me call the company. Let's sit together with the ministers and all the relevant authorities, and let's talk about this. Let's see what the company will do about your plight. The vice president did not do that. He has a planned visit to Nimba. They called it his first official visit to the county after the election. He's supposed to be going to Yekepa to have Thanksgiving program. He's supposed to be going to Sunny Kule and all these places. But in the midst of planning the first visit to Nimba, the crisis is at Asilo Mentar. Asilo Mentar gives 1.5 million US dollars to Nimba County every year.
Every year.
Yes, every year. That is the biggest contribution to the county's social development funds. And that company is having an issue, and the vice president children are leading the protest. The same vice president that intervened when the AFL wives had issue. He's noted for, softening the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The same vice president that intervened when the motorcyclist said if the police remain from on
There will be a
restricting
massive
us from
clash in the
going
city.
from running in Monrovia,
Mhm.
we will protest.
Mhm.
The vice president intervened, and the people in had it. They say, well, we are considering the decision. We are reconsidering our decision to stop the motorcyclists, but they should go back to so and so routes.
Mhm.
The vice president say we should not stop them, but we should allow them to take all safety measures. They said the vice president said, in secret.
And up to now, no safety
Now.
measure, nothing.
Now,
Mhm.
this vice president could not call his children or his close ally, Grace, Having, and the rest of the team to say, well, since you have shown the plight of the people, the Liberian people, the media has been reporting these things, you should not block the people's minds. The elders of Nimba will respect, in fact, they respect the vice president even before becoming vice president. The traditional people in Nimba respect Honorable Kun even before becoming vice president. You will not call the leaders in the county and say, well, these people are our partners. We cannot stop their operation. Let's call them on table and discuss their plight. We will prevail on them. They will do the things that they are not doing in line with the agreement. But the vice president remain quiet. Say, you go ahead. Because that's the meaning of the silence.
Yes.
They'll go ahead. They'll do anything they don't. They will come to that and say, whatever they do. So I think the vice president did not do well in the protest at Aslamita.
Yes.
We want to say this clearly. He didn't do well. We don't want to accuse him of being behind anything. Anyway, we have no facts about that.
No, but
our point
he
is,
didn't do well.
as the leader of the county, he should have intervened, like he been intervening in other serious national crises here.
For the record's sake, the people who've been following us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Grace, we've been playing her voice throughout on the
Of
radio.
course,
Yeah.
of
Then
course.
we receive pictures, we start to see videos, say, but here is Grace who have been campaigning for the same people who was leading the mean protest. So why is it the vice president cannot intervene? So, Mr. President, this is just one complaint. Let's
Yeah, erased Abraham.
Yeah.
the vice president.
Yeah. I mean,
erased Abraham.
no personal thing, but we are so concerned. You could intervene. This is 1.5 million the company gave to your county every time.
In our country, need
Yeah.
to be going to these affected communities and explain to them the money that the company is giving the county through the consolidated account, how you're using it for them, because this money that is a social development, right? But right, the money should be used to give the people water. To do other activities that impact the lives of the affected communities.
Tomorrow we'll do as
But you're holding the money in a bank and the people are protesting against the company. That's also.
Yeah, so that is just exclusive on one.
Yes.
Let's move on quickly to the roll for it. This is just good morning, His Excellency Joseph Boykai. You will greet an old man with respect and honor, and he will listen to you. The president listen. Let's move on to another major complaint. His Excellency, I guess driving through the Ravels International Airport, you saw the East International Road, right?
Mm-hmm.
One Minister Giddens, the Minister of Public Works, bring East International, ask them what is happening. These guys are just making are they out of materials? Almost into the ring, close to 4 years now. East International is still making up. But besides that, His Excellency, good morning. You having some coffee break this morning? The road fund. Hensi Kazulu was appointed.
Don't just was appointed. Will say you trusted. you trust
One of
Nsia Zulu,
one of your lead look
and you told him to go and take charge
of
the
the
road.
road fund. Excellency.
Mhm.
There are several cases we brought to the president. He was able to settle it, and we're bringing up a new one. All right. The road fund, Hensi Kazulu. Up to now, as we speak, Kazulu have not been able to go to work. So, per our investigation, the Minister of Public Works have interfered, and with evidence with this communication we have in our possession, Mr. President, after nominating, trusting a son of Grand Kidman County who gave you vote. Look, any political reward is not in heaven or right on earth. One of the men who already campaigned for you, does everything, and you know his history of the Unity Party. You appointed him to the road fund. There was an interference from the Minister of Public Works directly affecting the road fund. Josita Nuvia went to. Her lawyer wrote, we also have that application in our possession, saying that government should pay her off, and she was willing to leave. But the Minister of Public Works wrote and told her, said, no, Hensi Kazulu is so busy with this transitional team, so I mean, you can continue working. The communication, like I will read it shortly, is here in our possession. His Excellency will bring this to you. The lady has stayed in the U.S. from August until the election have passed. Went to us in the U.S. from August to December. So she participated in nothing. I mean, it's all right to choose whether to campaign. But the thing here is, there have been a lot of audits all around. Why is it no attention for Hensi Kazula? Why I say there's eternal thing happening in the Unity Party? People put a lot of energy into the LTA, but why with the Hensi case? So I mean, it's on the decks of the president. The president will listen. You want to read that communication?
Yeah. So I really don't want to read it.
Okay.
But it is the public works minister wrote the officer in charge and told her that because Hensi Kazulu then was going to be on the transitional team.
You'll be too busy.
Yes.
So continue working.
Yeah.
After the president feel appoint you, the public work minister saying, well, Hensi is still busy. So
to our understanding, this whole road fund is supervised by the finance minister, but we're seeing huge influence, or if I may say, interference from the public works minister in this light. So we are yet to know why at this time Hensi Kazulu has not taken charge of the road fund as chief executive officer. Okay.
Yes.
So our understanding is that people are trying to block him from taking charge, maybe because of some other vested interest that we cannot say until we investigate and find out. But the fact is that, I mean, there's this news of the public works minister's interference. So, Mr. President, we want you to call the public works minister and ask him what fish he get to fry in that road fund issue.
Yeah, the road fund is not controlled by public work ministry. No.
And then you stop in the function of the finance.
Well, Bowman Kamara should be asking, should be concerned. Yeah, not the minister of public works. So as we're speaking, Michael quickly, I just got this message from the vice president's office. It's good. The vice president have serious concern about some talk show, hosts.
Okay.
He make mention of a specific network.
Okay.
You want me to call it?
Which network is that?
He said Freedom FM misled the public about the protest led by ArcelorMittal. You see, good morning to His Excellency VP. So David Network is accusing you.
Okay.
That's it. I'm reading this release directly from the Vice President office. Let me forward this to you. The Vice President office is excusing another network that say the network is misleading the public that he stage managed the ArcelorMittal thing. But we are saying, why is it you remain quiet? This is your county. This is your county. And the people who lead the protest, I mean, these are people who are campaigning for you all along. You go and place a call and say, look, Grace, what's the issue? These people, they are high taxpayer. What is it? Government was shut down. They didn't receive revenue for almost 7 days. That's why we're saying on our own part. You see, referring to another network here. We don't know it all. Yes. So you see how we did ours, right?
So you see, like I mean, the key point of the matter is just what we struck this morning.
Period.
Yes, we are not accusing.
No,
I don't think the vice president here right now will incite protest.
No, but we just concerned why you was quiet. You just mute.
Why he didn't intervene like he been intervening other major crises in the country. So I think he slipped.
He left President Yemane from way lower country.
The vice president slipped by allowing ArcelorMittal to remain shut down for
7 days.
Almost a week plus.
7 days.
Yes, more than a week.
Yeah.
So he erred by not swiftly intervening. for the fact that the traditional people even come out, I mean, or came out on the first day means that there was issue of concern. They could sit around the table. It seemed discussion recently to resolve the issue. They could have done it even from day one. So today,
So the issue of Western Cluster, when a Bushmaster took over the mines, Western Cluster paid 4,000. But with this negotiation with France and Yemen, we didn't hear that any money was spent.
yeah, we haven't heard.
Yeah, we heard traditional dialogue. You see, a son from Lofa County came to dialogue. That's why he's the minister. What we had the vice president. This is your
That is
county.
his role.
No, I mean, I just
Yeah,
saying
where
this
he
is.
comes from doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no, I mean, this is your county. This is your county. You know, but tomorrow, 1 4 hour will take time to tell us who's wrong or who's right with this whole accidental thing.
Yeah.
Whether they have been paying the previous government, we're getting this guy, this Morgan guy, Boma Morgan.
That complicated survey,
Yes.
exploration,
Yes.
lesson, all of that stuff.
Will give a full
Anything
comprehensive
happening in the
detail.
country
We don't know.
will come in outside.
Yes. Great. So Sumo Mobile is here from district number 3.
Yeah.
We'll say our football minister with the Sumo man. Just a boy, good morning to you. I'm happy to see you back.
So the key complaint here is we have several complaints today, but the
No, I
key
just did
there are
one.
two. Number one is, Mr. President, please call the public works minister, because he's in charge of road and all of that. Let him call East International, even to your office.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it, we'll tell the legislature to do it. Let him call them. Let East explain to us what's going on. We are not seeing the final layer of the asphalt pavement.
Now, small shaking the
The
president.
people not let me say it like they people not laying the quota. They just there wasting water on the road. Oh, they don't want to not batting because they have to suppress the dust.
Let me joke you.
But why are you not laying the quota?
Certain part of the road, the president will coming through. They say you gotta take down the president. The driver say, the driver too don't want to talk. In the convoy. Just shaking and saying at the road. President Baga has it right there.
Yeah. So that number one complaint. The second complaint is the Henson Kiazulu issue, Mr. President. You trusted this man, gave him an opportunity to handle a critical aspect of your government. Up to now, you are not taking seat. We understand there was some negotiation going on with Josita. Either take assignment somewhere else, have a pay. And what we even understanding is that she accepted the option.
She was
to be
willing.
paid
She was willing.
to be paid
Mhm.
and move on. She accepted. And then our information is that the public works minister say, don't take pay and go sit down here.
And that the communication we just read.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, Mr. President, you need to ask questions. Henson, call him. Hassan. Henson Kiazulu.
No, that's okay.
Ask why you haven't gone to work or stuff like that, and take some action. We want to see you take some action on these two key issues first. But we still get more complaints
Yes.
beginning tomorrow.
As we close up, this is how you talk to an editor.
Mhm.
How you talk to an editor. I want to appeal to some of my media colleagues. This is our president. Joseph Boyka is president for Liberia. He's not president for Unity Party. President, Mr. President, this is our humble complaint to you. As we close up the LECs today, all of the 540 nominations, the appointment he had done, the last interview, how the LECs board, she said only 75 had declared.
Mhm.
You remember, Mr. President, as we close up, you reminded them on your third cabinet meeting to please declare the assets in their entirety. Yes, it's 8:30.
Yes.
Let's move on. So move over.
Yeah. So that.
And I never knew this guy was so stubborn. This honorable was so stubborn. Yes, in that representative. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, my brother, on you in Mecca. Good morning.
How is district number 3?
District number 3, we are all doing exceptionally well, and we are excellent, and we look forward to towards the return in the house. Yeah.
Let me just ask this question. Being a representative, is it a burden or is something that is a work that is enjoyable doing, or you feel as an additional burden to your personal life?
I think I would like to answer that in twofold. One, I would say it's a burden. It's a burden in the sense that when you are a lawmaker, especially in Africa, people look up to you in so many ways, and you have to when I was here, I told you about development to desire. So most people have the desire of getting certain thing done. So you, as a lawmaker, you have to try to scope in that to see how best you can help your people. But on the other hand, I think being a public policy aspect, I think it's nothing strange. I see as something that I admire a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is great. You've been speaking with the people of District 3 in recent days. Let me firstly commend you for being proactive. I think you are not a sleeping lawmaker. Yes, you are not a sleeping lawmaker. I'd like to commend you for that.
Thank you.
I mean, let's talk a bit about your relationship with. What do you make of this Masorata County Legislative Caucus? Just a bit before we move forward.
Uh, in
Yes,
fact,
because they are member of the caucus. We want to know because in other counties they have very proactive caucus, engaging stakeholders and other things on behalf of their counties and all of that. But Masorado is big. Masorado has the largest caucus, and I mean that's just one thing about the caucus.
yeah, I think for the caucus, especially for the 55th, I will not speak for the 54th because I wasn't part of it.
Mhm.
But for the 55th, I think the guys, the lawmaker, there, we are all doing well. But I see doing well in a sense that we all have decision that we bring
Chief,
forth on the
Chief, say the
table.
truth. You're not doing well. I
Yeah.
never heard about the caucus meeting. Beside that hanging here, you can be doing the chamber over there.
No, when I call Mecca and say be part of the discussion, we've been having discussion, we've been having meetings, and I think the only thing is that what we have few people in the cocoa field that they are big brothers, like the senators.
Okay.
Far I know from public policy, we are all equal. We are all there to represent our people in one way or the other. So decision should be a holistic one and not from few. Yeah.
Okay, that is great. So let's go to District 3. Recently, we saw you at an event when you spoke and mentioned that you've been engaging the people. You intend to ensure that there's some allocation you talked about, I think 100,000 US dollars. You want to expand on that? I mean, how that allocation was done in the first place.
All right, I think I would like to commend the Speaker of the House, the 55th, Honorable Kufanati Kofan, for the allotment of 100,000 to each district, and also another allotment was done at the county level, 150,000 to every senator, as it relates to the district engagement, and the total of 13.2 million dollars were allotted to the entire house. So what I was doing with my people is to enlighten them on those projects that we think that should be our priority, that we should focus on. And I brought forth the project of the community college, what I think is very important. And we had a day program to like student through what we talk about the community college. So the project is in the form that we will not like spearhead the project. The project will be spearheaded by the Liberian Agency for Community Empowerment,
Okay.
yeah, list the Argonic, and it will be done in line with the Ministry of Finance. But then they call for a building and a proposal, a project proposal, and we have done our proposal. We were like going through the entire proposal to tell our people how it would be like, because when we talk about a community college, the fund for a community college will be very huge, and we are talking about 100,000 here. If you do the 10% deduction, we have 90,000 that will be coming back to the district. But it will not be for the lawmaker, it will not be for the elder, it will not be for the young people, it will be for the project. We all have to come up with a project. So we brought forth the community college.
So besides Lace implementing, who's gonna be holding onto that fund before they release that to Lace to do the project and stuff like that? Who's charged with the money be?
Fund administration. I think
Okay.
the fund administration, because there's a bidding process as it relates to the project we plan to do. So
Okay.
if I'm doing a school, I need to come with those contractors so that they can go through the building process. So we thought it wise to have contractors from our own district, because if you are paying people out of the district, it will be very huge. But if you have your own people doing the work, I think it's very easy for us. So we thought it wise to see how best we can mobilize those construction frame we have in the district, so that they can also apply to form part of the bidding process. Yeah.
Is this what the people of District 3 want now, or you are doing this in line with maybe campaign promise or what?
I think it's not the matter of campaign promises because what we plan to do normally in the past, we don't want to be like those that behave in the past where they control everything. We thought it wise to come down to our people so that we can have decision made together. So what we thought it wise to do, because usually when money come in like for the 54th and the 53rd, they segment the portion is to various community. So we have 11 community. If you have the money coming in, and when you portion that to 11 community, it reduces the amount. Then we have blocks, 52 blocks. So each community have roughly about 7 to 8 blocks. So if you take that money and just share with them, at the end of the day, each community receive like 150 United States dollars. That won't do anything. So we told our people that we need to do a community college where we can create employment for most of our people in all of the community, where we have teachers coming from the community, also to empower our young people, to educate our young people. So even our mother, those who are not illiterate, people who go to school like trade, right? The TVEC program, we plan to extend it from the community college level. This is what we're pushing for, a community college, so that all of us can benefit, not just few.
Have you done an assessment, come up with a blueprint as to what it will cost to complete that project? Because if you know the cost, then you will know if it will be depending on the annual allotment from the budget to complete. They will know exactly how many years you will take to finish that project.
Yeah, let me say this to you and to the public and to my people of District 3. I think now if you enter Johnsonville, you will see a big college. We did this just based upon 4,500 United States dollars as salary, and we put our time into it. So the thing is not about how so much of the income. If you manage what little you have, you can reach to whatsoever you want to reach to. So our thing is with the community college, we are going to use this time of this phase of the allotment. We use it on just the skeleton of the building, where we do the first floor, we do the second floor, and we put our zinc. So if we do the skeleton of the concrete skeleton, in a short time, as a lawmaker can do the separation, right? To the block, the lane of the block, right?
Okay.
And even winter, it make it easier for
Are
us.
you are
Yeah.
you committing to using your own resources to continue that project? Is that what you are saying?
Oh, I told you from the beginning, I have passion for my people, and I
Okay.
most of the project I'm doing came from just my own end, and I want to give back to society because I feel for my people. Yeah.
The Liberian people say when you lawmaker, you can spend too much. As soon you leave from power, you can get broke again. So the way you come in, put all your money behind community project, district project, you will get broke.
No, I think it's about management. I'm not going to use all of the money. We're going to manage it and see how best what we have for a lot of our people. We do that, and we know how to manage things. Yeah.
Since you made this pronouncement about this, I asked initially whether this was what the community or the district agreed upon. I didn't get a clear answer. So whether there were engagement with various communities to say, well, in this first year, this is our first budget. We intend to put it behind community college. Was such consultation and dialogue done across the district before reaching this decision?
You know, we had three different meetings with block leaders and with our people, and we came up with good result, especially this goal meeting. I think you saw on Spoon. It was very huge, and we came up with a result of the district college, and not just the district college. We are going down to providing water for our people in every community. We are building a water station. So gradually, we will tackle all of our projects that we plan to do. Yeah, and we'll be done.
Great. Let's take you on a national scene a little bit. I saw a post from one of your colleagues, Musa Hassan Belletin, in the Man District 7. He's saying for the records, 100,000 or 150,000 for projects. This money should be passed through list. Let's list identify project in various districts instead of giving it to individual lawmaker. What's your stand on this? Do you want to take out, maybe get the funds and identify the project? You wanted to pass through list, let list identify the projects?
No, I think what we need to understand, I'm not so glued to the lawmaker getting funds.
Mm-hmm.
I think what could be done is I support Musa, but in a different form
Mm-hmm.
because When you talk about list identifying the project, list is not living in my district. They
Okay.
won't understand the project that we need, the most important one.
Mhm.
So what could be done is the lawmakers should list with their people and look at those priority, right? Those interventional areas and take a specific one that could be done. So this is what we're doing. We have list with our people. We have come up with a specific project, which is the community college. So our duty is to do a proposal, a comprehensive proposal to Les and tell Les this is what we want. This is the blueprint. This is the how we want the college to look like. And if Les can look at it, if the project is possible to,
Maybe they're trying
yeah.
to do it with the 30K. You know, the 54th have a lot of mixed feeling in the public. Oh, you took 30K, lawmakers sign, and but let's pass it. Let's channel it through instead of get the directly involve the lawmakers.
Yeah, I think it's not necessary
You want in a
for
different form.
yeah, let it, I love the way it's going through Les. Let's be the one to spearhead everything, right? My thing is not about the money, it's about the work. Let the work be done in the district. But yeah, other
Which
money,
one do you prefer? I mean, for the benefit of the listening audience, Representative Sumo Mobile District 3, you won't receive the funding,
I don't
direct fund, or you want it through
I
Liz.
want it through Les. I don't want the money. Let it be through Les. So that because we talk about accountability and transparency.
What are your
Yeah.
colleagues saying in the majority? What are they saying?
I think
What are you hearing? The one to take full charge of it?
no, 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 no.
54?
No. I think the 55th support that it go through list. Yeah, we had that meeting, we had that discussion, that session, and we all supported that it go through list. Yeah.
Since the
And
last
mind you, not just the only money. I think I'm aware of the CDF, the County Development Fund, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the County Development Fund is being controlled by the superintendent to that of the financial person of the county, and that discussion will be done at the capital of the county. So there are other funds that will be coming in. We also know about the SDF, which is the Social Development Fund,
Mhm.
and from concessional companies that is within the county. There are so many funds that will come in and we will benefit. Yeah,
In terms of this asset declaration, have you declared, in fact?
of course,
Have you declared?
of course.
So the information I've gotten, the 75% of big mention, they are all from the executive.
Okay.
75 what?
Those who have declared the asset now.
No, but we know that some from the legislature.
No, I mean, yes,
but-
the
but
majority in the
It
executive.
still not make sense.
All of the
Why would
500
you say
plus?
75% from the executive? The executive, they are so huge. They are almost 500. I haven't come up from the executive yet, and we need them to come up. So if you're doing your own analysis, the data analysis will tell you that more came from the house than the executive.
the executive.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Well, it's quite laughable. I mean, the president will have to remind people.
And I can tell you,
Mhm.
early this week, there were a lot of us that sent in, went through the asset declaration process. And mind you, in a short time, I'm sure, but at the end of this month, the final result will be coming out.
It was a difficult decision. You're reneging. Should I declare? Should I declare? Or should I publish? You're still holding back.
No.
Why would people want to see some more assets?
No,
Where
no,
you
no, no.
own?
I think I was like holding back. I think what I needed from the executive, I needed key people to put in their assets to declare their assets, and some of them haven't gone through that yet because the head should be the one to show the way forward. If you cannot show the way forward, you want other people to declare, it makes no sense. And I always tell the librarian people, the thing about asset declaration is, I see it's not something that I get supported because you will see that you notice that people declare asset wrongly. Information that they are declaring is not the right one. Why would someone stay in the Senate as a senator for 18 years and telling you say they only get 5,000 in their account? And some of us, we are just coming on board. Yeah, it makes no sense.
After 18 years?
Yeah, after 18 years, you're telling me you only got 5,000 in your account, you only buy a house? It makes no sense.
Maybe the member gave it back to the county. That county been
No.
collecting.
Who are you referring to?
Yeah, exceptional account. Yeah, exceptional account.
Have you seen some of the?
Most of them know themselves. I won't go names. Yeah.
How much some about one? Those District 3.
They love me.
Yeah, how much do you want?
You are a fearless man.
Yeah,
Why
how-
are you afraid to call the names?
Yeah, how many do you want? How much do you want?
my work.
You're putting District 3. Them knows that you go there for the money business.
I will tell you, I'm not.
Be like Musa Bella, they're brave enough.
I'm not a millionaire. I'm a hustler.
You're a hustler.
Yeah. So from that point, you can know my
I
work.
like that. I like that. So we expect that legislature will be resuming next week. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Tell us what are top of your agenda as
Not next
resume.
week. I think I hope tomorrow will be the 16th,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should be resuming tomorrow.
So for the assets declaration, there are only 41 lawmakers who have declared.
Yeah. And I'm part of them.
You're part of the 41.
Yeah, 41. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, your agenda as you resume, what new are you carrying? You've been advocating for war and economic crimes code. We saw the president issuing an executive order establishing an office that will put in place the structure for establishing a court. You've been talking about several other issues. As you resume, what are top of your agenda?
Number one would be the president have already approved the quote unquote executive order 131, and it talk about the establishment of an office. So we would like to see how far, hopefully the next quarter, how far the president will go as it relates to the establishment of that office. And I also we are looking at another thing that will be bringing on the floor that we need support from our colleagues. The one that talk about the we are coming up with a bill that talk about the decentralization of waste management, because we noticed that with our municipal cycles, we found out that the city cannot take care of the dirt, so we need to decentralize it to the district level. That district be responsible for their own dirt. Yeah.
All right, let's district be responsible for their own diet. Are you feeling pressure from the district? Let's go back in your district a little bit. The face of District 3, Sumo Mobile. Are you feeling immense pressure from the people in that district?
No, I'm relaxing my district because
Okay.
I'm doing what.
There are some lawmakers who are relocated already. You
Pardon?
still live in the district? You still live in the district?
Oh yeah, I'm in the district, but I will be frank with you. Being in the district, usually I always tell people, especially when it came about with the issue of the war crime code.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will not sure where.
Okay, you are afraid.
Yeah, because I have
No,
interest
I
in-
remember that same
Yeah.
war crime code issue. I know one female lawmaker.
Yes,
That
that
was-
was Sakoko. I'm aware of her. Yeah, but even though
I was deeply into that thing, and she had almost 4 residents.
yeah. So I will not show you.
But you stay in the district.
Yeah.
You stay in the
I'm
district.
in the district, but
You don't move over having
I'm in the
convoy.
district. I'm out of the district. I'm on the other side because I'm afraid. That's it.
Where do you live currently?
My,
Chief,
my brother, a
let's
lot of
get-
the guys are listening on radio. I won't show
It
you.
doesn't matter, but nobody after you. Everybody, even people that people thought wouldn't have signed the resolution, they did sign. So
All right, I'm in Monserrato. I live in Monserrato.
You-
now today I know you're scary.
Just a joke, man. Just a joke.
I know.
Great. So let's see if we can pick few calls up. We want to run you over the exact time. The team from next time guys gearing up to come on. Representative Super Mobile, Kill Mobile. He's one person when you invite anytime. I mean, he's always available. It's good that you come out and people hear from you. Yeah, let's pick few calls up. 0777-285-961. 0777-285-961. This is the Wednesday edition of the Truth Breakfast Show. Representative Sumo K Mobile, representative of District Number 3, Monserrato County, is our guest right here on the first segment of the Truth Breakfast Show. Let's get our first call coming through. Good morning. Okay, go ahead.
Let's confirm something quickly. The total disbursement you said was 3 point what? The total disbursement of the money was 3.5 million.
You should do it. 3.2.
3.2 million.
Yeah.
The total disbursement was 3.5
Yeah,
million.
they're looking, yeah.
Yeah, this figure is right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
What I mean, disbursement, which one? I'm doing the county development.
Yeah, the total disbursement in the house that you spoke about.
30.2
Okay.
million. For the Senate and the
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You should do more. District 3. Thank you.
Walter, good morning. Please stay away from the receiver. I don't know. No, your line is bad. Oh. Morning. Go ahead. Mm. Mhm. You have anything to prove that? I know you worked previously in the office of the former lawmaker. So some of these claims we need to verify them. Do you have any proof that Honorable Mayana is putting together a firm?
So who's putting for him? Send a document.
This number is on WhatsApp. Send me some of the
Yeah,
proof.
send
Let me
it, yeah.
see. Yeah, please go on and send it. Nobody coming big.
Thank you.
Wild allegation on the radio here against people for political reasons.
Let's speak of Anthony James Colley. Good morning.
I'm James Foley, and I say good morning to everyone on that board. The lawmaker in your video is a professional person. You see, people fall on that one, people fall on a radio on top of it, you can contribute. You are not technically equipped to contribute. Don't go on the air and explore our airways. That means it's secure. Nigeria was professionally equipped. I'm a managerial person. I know why he went upstairs and he will do something at the street. God bless you. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. So don't waste the airways.
Yes. If you have nothing to contribute. Good morning. You can see the woman going to work. He said taking salary and sitting home. You can see the woman at the Capitol discussing national issues on behalf of the district.
I mean, you say your political move or what?
I don't know. I mean, you're supporting Kwesi Johnson. He didn't win. Oh, they just questioning the woman.
Let's see who's on the line. Yes, the lawmaker will leave at 9 o'clock exactly.
Yes, 07702022579.
Let me see if I can pick this one on the line. Good morning. Morning. No. Let's go to the line.
Yeah, let's see.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
And good morning to our lawmaker, to small come up.
Good
My
morning.
name is Jacob, and I call you for peace. And as a matter of fact, you are in the office of the law. And you all call me back, lawmaker putting together construction friends to go through the bidding process late and the government approved. But I want to inform you that the approach of the lawmaker when you talk about putting I think of people who understand engineering and relate to construction to have been part of the bidding process is not for itself. It is about empowerment. We can be doing a project in our district and we have qualified and competent individuals or entities to carry on such projects, and then we go and take people from outside. So what the lawmaker is saying in essence is that we're going to prioritize our own people over outsiders. So that it's simple to understand. It's not for itself. So that's just the clarity I wanted to provide as it relates to the comment that was made by the callers before this call.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, let's do one more call. Yes, we'll go back to him. This person on the line. That's a one year call water behind again. Yeah. Morning. Morning. Please be audible.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Raymond Chase. Calling from radio. Firstly, I want to appreciate for the platform, with you and Waka, and let me appreciate that was lovely call. You should continue lovely call. You already, to one more way, like I can do lovely call. When you do our day,
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, someone by listening up to the callers.
All right, I think most of the caller, everything was just like compliment. But I would like to just throw a few emphasis on the caller and make mention of hiring people or using your own people to carry on construction. I think it's a bidding process. What we thought of doing is to have people to encourage people in the district and have construction friend, because if you do that, it helps to minimize the cost of construction. Because if someone is charging you 30,000 from outside and not knowing, not being part of your district, but you have someone within the district that you can talk to reduce the cost, then it help in the process of building the community college. So again, to the people of District 3, we work together, especially we believe in forum discussion where we understand each other, and we will do what you want us to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so as we actually take leave of you, after this project, which seems to be a flagship project, what the next big one? The one I saw first, which is very commendable, is the beautification of the runabout at Pipeline Supermarket. That is so beautiful. What's next in the pipeline after you talk about the upcoming community college project?
Yeah, what we will do hopefully by next week, before the community college project, because the community college project have to do with the funds, the fund government. Uh, but our main thing is to make report of those projects we did, right? To tell our people how much was spent, because I'm hearing rumor people talking about 35,000 to do roundabout. That's huge. I'm not one person that will lie to the Liberian people and say I use 35,000 because I want a promotion. No, what I use there is very less. So our plan is to, all of those received that we purchased, we get it labeled down, and we will show to our people how much was spent. After that, then we tackle the issue of the water. We will be going from every community to build a reservoir where our people can have drinking water. Yeah.
Are you involved in the community elections? I'm seeing districts, community elections, 11 communities. Are you involved? Are you helping through?
Of course, for the election.
Have they reached out to you?
No, I brought about the election because the DDC have overstayed, community leader have overstayed, the other council have overstayed, and they are corrupt. And from Joseph Walker's statement, he said no business as usual. So I cannot work with corrupt people. So in that light, I took them to court, right? And they were proven guilty of things they did that were not good. Even they altered the constitution of the district, which was wrong. So what we plan to do is to work with the people, let our own people have their own election, let it come up with people that we can work together. So we will sponsor the election through the block leader, and hopefully now we have an internship. The head of the internship is Dr. Reed. He's the head of the internship that will take us into election July.
Okay. Well, Chief, as we take leave of you, any final word for your people?
To the people of District 3, I love you, and I'll continue doing your work. Thank you.
Okay, he is Representative Small Mobile District number 3, Monserrado County. He's been on the first segment of the show this morning. We're taking a break. We'll come back. We'll bring you the next set of guests on the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM. This break.
My name is Philip Kumaku. I'm in charge of mobile applications for EcoBank. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the EcoBank Express account. Do you know you can open a bank account without having to go visit a bank branch? Do you also know that you can open a bank account without having to fill all the paperwork that is normally associated with opening a bank account? Yes, this is true. This is what the EcoBank Express account offers you. The EcoBank Express account is a digital account that is opened using just your mobile number. This account allows you access to a wide range of banking services that is available today. To open an EcoBank Express account, you have two options. The first option allows you to use a smartphone and the internet to open your Express account. To use this option, you need to visit the Google Play Store or the App Store to look for the EcoBank mobile app and install on your smart device. Once launched, click on the Get Started button. You'll be presented with options to use the app. Since you intend to open an Express account and you are not an existing EcoBank customer, click on No, I'm new to EcoBank. You will then be prompted to select the country in which you want to open the EcoBank Express account. For this test, we will select Ghana and then enter our mobile number. You'll be presented with the option to review the terms and conditions attached to the use of the EcoBank mobile app, as well as our data privacy policy. If you are okay with these, you click on the Continue button. We will now prompt you to select how you would want to bank with EcoBank. In this case, you will select Express account. We will automatically send a code to the mobile number you provided to verify your identity. As you can see, the code was just automatically read into the app. And once this was verified successfully, you'll be asked to provide your personal details. I will provide my first name, my middle name, my initials, my surname. I will select my date of birth and then provide my email address. I will select my gender. I will then click on the Continue button. I'll be asked to select an ID type to use. In this instance, we will use our mobile number. I will enter my address, and then I can choose to review the terms and conditions associated with the use of the EcoBank Express account. I can then go ahead to create an EcoBank Express account. On the success of the creation of the Express account, customer can then select a 6-digit PIN of their choice for you to use to access the app. You then click on the Continue button. To enable you successfully do a PIN reset or change your PIN as necessary, you are asked to provide answers to a number of secret questions. Once completed, click on Create Profile. You will then be asked to select the option of rewarding someone who referred you if this is applicable. Otherwise, you click on Skip. You'll be prompted to allow the app to access some of your contacts and details. And then voila, you will then be able to immediately start transacting using the account. The second option involves the use of your phone, but this time without internet, so you can use the USSD service if it is available in the country where you're located. To do this, you need to dial *326# and follow the prompts, where you would need to again have your mobile number verified and then also provide your personal information. Once this is done, you start having access to the account immediately. What can you use your EcoBank Express account for? Your EcoBank Express account can be used for a wide range of banking services that are available today. You can transfer money from your accounts to other EcoBank accounts. You can transfer money from your accounts to other local banks in the country where your account is resided. You can generate virtual cards, meaning that you can go online and use those cards to make payments for goods and services. You can also generate an Express Cash token, meaning that you can walk to an ATM without a debit card to withdraw money from your Express account. These and a wide range of services are available to customers who open the EcoBank Express account. After creating your EcoBank Express account, how do you deposit money into your account so that you can immediately begin transacting? You can do this in a number of ways. You can visit the nearest EcoBank Express point, or EcoBank bank branch, or EcoBank ATM to deposit money directly into your EcoBank Express account. You can also do this by having money transferred into your account with funds in your
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the Orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm.
They're already in studio, the University of Ghana Alumni Association, Liberia. Will be our guest shortly on the last segment of the Truth Breakfast Show. We'll have them in studio already. But let's link up with our reporter, Coris Kanga. We're understanding that the Liberia National Police is a huge security presence, and people have been seen walking just everywhere. What the no-go zone is in terms of the enforcement. So Coris Kanga is out there. Coris, you're live on the line. Good morning, Coris. Great. So just tell us your exact location and describe what's happening on the streets.
The startup with the no-go zone process here. As it stands now, people are walking by line to reach to work, some to reach to school, all the normal activities, and there are checkpoints and follow points. Which is some at Oro intersection, people reaching around Famona, and a lot of Famona, they get another checkpoint that is going in the epic belt, and there's a huge police presence here, stopping bag riders, and
Coris, let's get this straight, Coris. Do we have motorcyclists on the main boulevard, or some of them having helmet, or they are not riding on the main road at all?
Some are managing those that only have access to the mirror are people who can identify, with their registration of their bike and using helmet. That's the observation now. But the other people are helmet, but they don't have the registration document with them, so they are parking all the bikes. Even they are also doing it to even security apparatus. So I was there witness another security guy who was on his bike. He was stopped. They demanded him to park the bike right away, and he right away ahead to the instruction of the security guys here. So the entire process here is not easy this morning.
Yes. What the police is looking for is that because they initially intended to restrict the cyclists, but they instead decided not to stop them, but they should take some of these measures. One, registration, license plate, insurance, 2 helmets, reflective jackets, operator license, shoes or slingers, 2 view mirrors, 1 rider, 1 passenger. These are things that they are observing. Is that exactly what they are doing?
Here, because even if you manage to make a way about Famoma, to even ride back for either reason here is not possible unless while all you get disclosed should be in your possession. That's the only time they will only simply identify yourself and present all those documents. And as it stands, people also hail them. They are saying money is important. It's important. And it's good that we follow the rules. That's the only time we'll see some massive changes. All I say, it is not good at all because it's something our movement, students are working for land this morning, and you will not believe that people are going by the normal procedure.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm seeing a couple of videos, Coris. I'm seeing terrible traffic at the Boulevard Junction up to the Congo Town side. You experienced that?
We even ride by was not possible, so I had to use the vehicle. Imagine I was in a taxi from EW Junction at around 7:45, and I just reached around Famoma at almost 8:50, just 10 minutes to
Wow.
To pass through Oro, the travel is in Oro to pass through Congo Time, probably through the Lusab or point and that of the city's headquarters to the country. It's not easy to use the backway to come, but it's a same situation that we experienced when we went to Congo Time to Oro side this morning. It's very serious this morning, and anybody who have an interview scheduled at the embassy at 10 o'clock, and you still have to every just want to make it this morning.
Thank you, why are you making embassy as a reference?
The which embassy?
Yeah, interview at the embassy. You're not making on time. Yes.
You know now, Liberians,
Yeah.
we love traveling.
The police should find another means.
Every one of us on our way out of this country.
Yes.
So
Hold the
the
traffic.
most important thing Liberians will go for, I mean, I always want to go for interview at the embassy.
Yeah, but this traffic thing, we should work on it. People caught up in the traffic. I'm seeing videos, pictures from the Boulevard Junction all the way up to Congo Town. Heavy traffic.
So again, let me remind the motorcyclists
What the police actually looking for, right?
Yes, that I want to remind them about what the police actually looking out for. Number one, registration. Two is license plate should be on your bike. Your bike should be insured. Number three. Number four, two helmets. Okay. Number five, you should have your reflective jacket. 6, operator lessons. Number 7, you should be wearing boots or shoes or sneakers. That's what they put here. Number 8, 2 view mirrors, because you know most of the guys who run in town, they will normally take out the view mirrors. Now, number 9, one passenger. So you're not carrying 2 persons.
And trust me, you'll have 90% of this back off. Yes, they meet up to this requirement.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know what was the level of awareness. I think most of them just took it lightly.
Yes.
They are feeling what they are feeling.
Police are police, though. Yeah, let's see if we can link up with our guests.
After the police organized nice tournament for us yesterday,
now they are planning something different.
Even though we beat them and beat the cyclists, then they turn around and join the cyclists this morning.
Yeah, yes. So before you get to the street, make sure you have this in your possession. So if the police make an arrest, then we'll question the police officer. So, but meanwhile, this issue of the traffic, I don't understand why there will be heavy traffic. That's part you asking for all of this document, but I'm not understanding how vehicles caught up in the traffic. Yeah, so we have the folks in studio. University of Ghana Alumni Association Liberia. On the last segment of the Truth Breakfast Show, we have Councillor Mendina Wizard, Anthony Thomas Nouvelle, and of course an information specialist, Kofi J. Wiley, with us this morning. I'd like to say good morning. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you, O'Neill, and thank you, Maka. To the Truth FM family, we say good morning and good morning to everyone in Winterland.
Okay, great. Yes, let's do a roundtable now. Yes, Council started already. Yes, Anthony Nouvelle, it's been a while. How you doing?
Well, it has been great, man. It's good to reconnect with you after the freedom of information at training. I mean, we after the people who we taught, I mean, we can see them making contribution in society. But I mean, I think it's a good thing that we've come here. We benefited from knowledge at the University of Ghana. And so our aim is to see Liberians benefiting from what we benefited from, for which we are making contributions today.
Okay. Yes, great. Our specialist.
Well, thanks. My name is Kofi Johnson Wole. Thanks to the TFM family for bringing up over here. We are discussing University of Ghana and what impact it has will have on our country and the way forward. And as you can see, I'm the younger between my two senior comrades, so it's kind of generational stuff we do here. So there'll be more of that we can discuss. Thank you so much.
Great. So just give us an overview. Someone is listening now. And so what is the University of Ghana Alumni Association Liberia? Yeah.
Okay, University of Ghana Alumni Association Liberia's chapter was founded in 2007. We had our first meeting at Maritime, right on the boulevard at the time. And one of our colleagues, may his soul rest in peace, Andrew Alpha Hostel, he was the deputy controller at the time. And we were in school, Samuel Sonda was the president of the students at the University of Ghana, Liberian student. He was also in that meeting. Wilson Gay was the deputy managing director of administration at Water and Sewer, was also in that meeting. And that way we came up with IDLO, we need to hold together. And one of the main purposes for which we did that was for networking purposes. Okay. We came back home, we didn't know anyone would stay in refugees camp. So we needed a network to ensure that we are placed in better places, find jobs. And that was the driving force behind it. But then as time went by, we in 2013, we formally launched the association. We brought in one Dr. Ismail Johnson.
Okay.
He was very helpful to us in Ghana when many Ghanaians felt that our educational system was below theirs and that we could not gain admission to their universities. He told the university authorities they gave them a chance. Let them take the test. And that's how we wrote the test. And for the first time, we were about 35 students that were admitted at the University of Ghana in 1992.
Wow. So someone is listening up. This will for consider. We said, what's the uniqueness of the University of Ghana? Someone's listening up to the radio, and your librarians on the radio this morning.
Well, thank you, O'Neill. I think that what we value most about the University of Ghana is the quality of education that it has offered us over the years. And the University of Ghana at Legon is seen like the Cambridge of West Africa. If you know the British people, Cambridge and Oxford are the premier university. In America, you got the Ivy League school system, Harvard, and UCLA, and all the Ivy League schools that you can name. They boast of those. But we are saying that as products of the University of Ghana, people ask us whether we went to school in America or went to school in England. No, we didn't.
Okay.
We went to only the University of Ghana.
You school in Ghana?
Only University of Ghana.
Okay.
So we were like pioneers, as Attorney Neville says. We went there before the war, because I actually went to school in Ghana, Ghana Institute of Journalism, 81 to 83, came back home, went back again, 85 at the University of Ghana. So when the war came, we were able to show by just our own stewardship and citizenship at the university, we're able to meet up and match up to the standards. So just by us being there, myself, then he wasn't my husband, but we met there. We said there was Glenn Moore. Glenn Moore was a star at the university, the Regional Institute of Population Study, and just we say that's where it's the brand for West Africa to study anything about demography, statistics. That's where you learn it.
In Ghana?
In Ghana.
Okay.
RIPS is called the Regional Institute for Population Studies.
Okay.
So the UN Population Studies sponsors students. And the University of Liberia is also having a demography, department. Most of the people come from there. And again, I think your representative, just to digress a little bit, the representative District 3, he was talking about, college or university here. I think that what we are here to do today is to talk about training those potential lecturers, potential professors who will be coming, because we are so fascinated about having the structure and having a name attached to a building and calling it university or college. But the output, the students who are coming out of there, we're not too concerned. So the uniqueness that we're talking about and what we are here to sell today, and we say sell in the sense that we are very proud recipients. And since I went to the University of Ghana, like I say, I've been to leadership seminars in America and other parts of the world. But it's that foundational education that I got from Ghana. I've never been out of work.
Okay.
I've been employed since I left 1991, 92. I've never been unemployed. So I just thank God for that foundational education. And I'm sure, like we said, Mr. Wiley, you will come on.
What's this membership like in terms of numbers? Yeah, I'm actually, do you have a huge, a good database that you can boast of?
Sure.
Okay.
We have 140 active members right now on our WhatsApp platform.
Okay.
Yes, just a bunch of money.
Yeah, and just as he's talking about the database, if you want to know some of the outstanding alumni members, of course, we talk about Senator Wise, you talk about former Representative Larry Yankwe, you talk about the current Minister of Finance.
Okay.
And the former Listis boss, and I'm sure we can, all drop in Professor Alari Tokpa, who's now going to head governance. Like I talk about Glenn Moore. Glenn Moore left from RIPS with 4 points, and he went straight on for a doctoral and postdoctoral scholarship at Penn State. So that's University of Ghana. And we're saying this university is currently #1 in Ghana. second only to the oldest university, the University of Ibadan in Nigeria. It ranks top 5 in Africa, and it ranks well in the rest of the world. So you just have to know that what takes you there is what is this interest,
Okay.
but what takes you there is your grade level entry. So I'm sure we'll get to talking about that
Yeah.
later.
So, I mean, how can Liberian students apply or have an opportunity since we have different educational level, talking about the O level and the A level? I mean, and we have a WAEC and WAS in the same system. So, I mean, how can Liberian students take advantage? Like you were fortunate to have gone there, benefit. I mean, what are the doors of opportunity for Liberian students as well?
Okay, so currently, unlike Liberia here, where you do WIC and then still have to do an entrance exams at the University of Ghana, you don't do any entrance. It's just good grades, and that good grade is. So let me go by the YC procedure, right? So have A1 to D8 or E8, right? All you need is an A1 to C6 in all of your subject. Now, there are basic requirements. So your new requirements is that what we call EMS, English, Maths, and Science, standard as in regular standard English, Maths, and Science. Make sure you have at least C6 in each one of them. And any 4 other subjects that you did, geographic, economics, biology, chemistry, in addition to your English and Maths, Science pass, qualifies you to enter the University of Ghana. That's just the basic requirement for that. Okay, so now if you want to go further, like you want to do medication, you want to do medicine, you want to do other hard courses, that also require a bit of much more better grades. I mean, much more A's in your grades you require. But this is what the Alumni Association is in for. Okay, so these are things we'll negotiate in the back to ensure that our young kids who are leaving, who are sitting WIAC this year, who are already written WIAC and are aspiring to go there, this is what Alumni comes in to help with the processes.
Yeah, so like how do you help? For example, after the exams, people coming up with maybe great grade points and want to take advantage. What are the processes?
So
Yeah, okay. What we have done is that we got the just a week ago the university sent a recruiter here,
Okay.
and that recruiter will come back hopefully in June, and that exercise will be held at the Ghanaian embassy, and that's one of the purposes for which we are here. And then when we do the publicity to come there, and then you will do in your admission. Once you meet all of the requirements, that fellow will process all of your documents, and you will gain your admission
Right there and then.
right there and then. There's no where you go and come back for 2 days. It's the same day you gain your admission. You can now begin now to find your sponsorship and what have you.
Okay.
And the reason for which the recruiter came is that when the vice chancellor of the university is what we call president here.
Okay.
She was here last year, June, to officially recognize the Alumni Association in Liberia, because she said it's the first of its
Only
kind in Africa for
Liberia
a
states.
particular country, a group citizen granted from the university to organize the university association, the Alumni Association. So she was proud of it, and she also came to highlight that in the 75 years existence of that university, she was the first female vice chancellor of the university. So she wanted to venture out to do new things. And so during her visit, we appealed to her and said, look, she said, but what happens? And I can say, look, your tuition are high. Then your admission requirement are also stiff. Then she assured us, okay, I'll go and discuss with my colleagues and we'll do something. That's why they came back and said, look, there will be no entrance. Secondly, that given the number of students that will be recruited through the University of Ghana Alumni Association in Liberia, the tuition will be reduced.
Okay.
So if we have about 20 students going, and maybe the tuition is say maybe 500, I'm just saying that now, we can negotiate maybe okay, about 350 per student.
In terms of finance, how is it like Ghana, other countries like Rwanda, Kenya? Is it Ghana high above them in terms of the finance aspect, the financial aspect?
Well, no, I don't think so, because if you should compare the distance from to Kenya or Rwanda and what they paid at the very university per semester, it all boils down to the same thing as $1,000 per year. So university is charging a little over $2,000 per year, and that's just the differences, but it's not much of a difference.
Okay,
And
so
then
the research
other-
is showing that Ghana is ranked number 3 in the university is ranked number 3 in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3?
Yes.
Oh, that one.
Of this.
So that one you update. It
Okay.
is ranked number one. No
Yeah,
other.
but even in the top three, I mean, it's applause. So that's what I'm
No, no, no. We're
saying.
not taking number three. No, no, no.
Okay.
No, don't go there. We're not taking number three.
Okay.
The University of Ghana
Uh-huh.
is ranked the premier university.
The premier one. Yeah,
it's
university.
ranked- it's
Uh-huh.
number one.
Number one.
Yeah. So that
Uh-huh.
one, you know, a lot of people believe in Google where you can research,
Mhm.
so you can get some good things from Google. But Google
However.
can also tell you story.
Okay.
So, but we
So
are
you
just
rank as what?
number one.
Number one.
Number one in Ghana.
Is the fees high above? Then I was just looking like Kenya, Rwanda looks so attractive. Technology now taking all over. People putting their attention. Even wants to go to Cyprus.
The
But
rest-
is
the
this
rest
there?
of
You
Ghana
said.
will
But
be done.
University of Ghana,
Mhm.
I mean, it's just outstanding. And I can tell you that when the recruiter was here, and thanks to the work of the members of the Alumni Association, they were able to take them around to potential sponsors. So, for example, ArcelorMittal
Okay.
agree
Okay.
to sponsor students who
Mhm.
want to study the hardcore science subjects,
Mhm.
which will have relevance to the market of mining. And so, if students meet the grade points
Okay.
and they get admitted
Hmm.
and they want to study physics, chemistry, biochemistry, geography, or chemical or mining engineering,
Mhm.
all those things that are offered at the university, ArcelorMittal is saying we will sponsor you. So that is a chunk out there so that parents don't have to worry about that. Now let's come back to the issue of the grade points.
Okay.
Basically, you're saying, you know, when we're talking the one and the two and B and C,
Mhm.
the closer you are to one, that means there are 6 subjects. So if you get 6, that means you got 1 in each subject, like A.
Okay.
So the closer you are to 6, you are perfect.
You're perfect.
Now, at the university, for medical science, and to show you that they take themselves very seriously, and now before, when during our time in the 80s and the 90s, the medical students went to Kolebu for their referral at teaching hospital.
Mhm.
Today, the University of Ghana boasts of one of the most modern medical facilities on its campus.
Hmm.
And I can tell you, because I know this, the lady who is now the chancellor used to be the president.
Okay.
But when President Rollins came, he said, no, let me find a very prestigious, you know, a highly rated, you know, Ghanaian, you know, professional.
Okay.
So they've always taken the best, arguably the best, who is suited and qualified. So arguably the most influential and affluential person today in Ghana is Dr. Mary Chinere Hesse.
Okay.
She used to be head of UNIDO in the UN system long ago. She is currently the chancellor of the university. In colonial time, that used to be the queen. Now they pass it on to the president. Now it is this woman. When this woman was sick, I happened to know her. She said to me, because I saw her, she came here with the Angie Brooks Randolph
Okay.
Center
Okay.
to monitor the elections. And those are some of the people that Angie Brooks Center, the Situation Room, brought in to say, bring credibility.
Okay.
She said when she was sick, she was taken very good care of at that center.
In Ghana.
So in Ghana. So she ain't go nowhere. She ain't go India. She
Right,
ain't
in
go right there.
Your current database, do you have an active current students currently from Liberia into the universities
A lot
in
of
Ghana?
them.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them.
huge
So
number.
yeah, so when Mr. Newville, Attorney Newville, talked about that batch, since then, a lot of other people. So we just paved the way, and we want to show that it's still possible that people can go there, but it is with these this grade point. So, and we're saying before then, people used to be afraid of O level and A level. Now the university is saying we recognize WAEC and WAS.
Okay.
So we take you. The only problem is for Liberian students to know that they have to be closest to 6 to 9. They will not take anybody into the medical school beyond 9.
Okay.
But they would take a Liberian. These are some of the things that we're talking about. They would take a Liberian who reaches up to 15.
Yes. Yeah, sure. He said that.
Yeah, he said that. And they would take us up to 21 into other sciences, into other colleges.
So, are there plans by this association to maybe source financial support for students who may be fortunate to have the opportunity to enroll in that university? I know currently you are just in the recruitment process, giving out the information how people can get there. But are there plans to maybe solicit funding in the future to help Liberian students?
Yeah, maybe you can go.
Yes, it's part of our 5-year strategic plan that the Vice Chancellor will come to launch in June. We've started discussion with certain institutions. If the discussion have not gone anywhere yet, so we can name those institutions.
Okay.
To see what Liberian students that will be admitted there, and the parents may not, where the parents are not in the position to sponsor them, but they gain admission to the school. We're trying to do appeals to some of these organizations. We started those negotiations already, but it has not gone anywhere yet. We identified some of the institutions. We have not yet contacted them. We only wrote them that will be visiting them and see whether they can help our young people to acquire quality education.
Have there been a positive feedback? Because I'm getting a lot of text messages, white people that are interested, but the financial muscles are a little bit weak.
Well, yeah, the one we're doing about ArcelorMittal, that's the first open sponsor. They're giving you the challenge. Take advantage of that while we're looking for others. And like we said, if we listen to the representative and they are interested in tertiary education, in professional education, we will think in the long term it will be useful to consider putting things in the budget and having districts across the country compete for these scholarships so that students can go to these kinds of universities that are not so expensive and that you can just get in a bus. Get in a bus and go to Ghana.
Okay.
That's some of the advantage, rather than going in a plane. Then your mom or your pa who want to go see you, or your sister or brother who want to just go check on you. Because the campus, I can tell you, O'Neill, since I left from there, that's more than 30 years ago, the campus looks so different.
And even small who were just recently there, trust me, if after 6 months you went back on the campus, you get lost again. Your hall, you were flipping in, there'll be a lot of changes. The university is evolving. And like Amandina is saying that it's a generational thing, right? Kwame Nkrumah didn't just state to create a university. He thought of it being a hub where African would not have to leave to go to the Cambridge and so on and so forth. He was looking at the need of Africa. What should African leave to go to the US to go to school and get our own university? So the late Raoul Mugabe is an example of that. So when the University of Funadi, it was the first set of guys who went to school, called themselves, and so on and so forth. So it's a huge university.
And the idea, that how Ghana University have gone up to top standards. Back then, Israel said the University of Liberia used to be so attractive to them, so other countries used to troop into our country.
Yeah, sure.
And idea?
Investment, money, brother.
Okay.
It's just been that. There's a university, like I said, every other year, every other month, every other semester, there are changes. So I think it boils down to investment. It also boils down to collaboration and research.
Research
is a lot of thing in university. University does a lot of research for people around the world, and they get paid for that.
And that reminds me that a university in London offered offered scholarship for Liberian students, medical students, nursing students who want to study reproductive health at a master's level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you want to.
So just to expand on what I'm just saying that the London School of Hygiene is having a collaboration with the University of Ghana, providing a master online program. It's in 2-4. It's for the intense one, which is 1 year intensive, and there they give you £100 of staffing.
Okay.
With that, you get a laptop, you get a router. It's 100% online. You stay right here and do it. And Liberia is being considered on a list. So there's a breaking news for those of you.
Liberia is on the list.
Liberia's on the list, and she's being primary this time around. They want to make sure that there are a huge number of Liberians leaving to go for to be part of this program. And the process starts now, and get all your documentations. It's a master
How
program.
does someone apply? Someone's listening up for
So
the radio.
we'll share our contact with you. We'll share the barcode with you that you can go on and do. However, our recruiter from Ghana is interested in giving assistance to librarian who wants to. So once you have you are in a health field, it's only for health members. So once you're in the health field and you want to apply for this master program, which is free and it comes with staffing, you can call our offices. The alumni office is here. We'll link you with the right person. That'll help you to set up your entire process so that by 2025 academic year you will start and then you can get a master
Does
degree.
it have age limit, any kind of
open.
restriction?
It's open. It's open. It's a master program. It's
The
open.
only thing, no flexibility.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, that
There
is
are the people way out there,
Mhm.
the people in London, we can't
Mhm.
tell them, say, we got something for you.
No.
That's your
So
great point
your
that we
great
carry.
point is your strength, right?
that is
It's a scholarship.
Yeah, it's
So
a
that's the
scholar.
way. So
And
you
now
have,
you see, we gotta accept and know the difference.
Mhm.
Mm? We whole day we can say, help me.
Mhm.
But that tuition assistance we want, but when it says scholarship, you are slightly above the ordinary,
yeah,
entrance into the
the
university.
average. Yeah.
And only if I will come in, you were talking on the issue of how this university is rated. It's basically on research. Like for instance, at the University of Ghana, currently, if you don't have a PhD, you can't teach at the university.
Okay.
There's no more master degree holder teaching there. Then they have a policy called POP, publish or perish. Because the university gave you a research loan, research allowance of $500 every year. So you need to do research and then publish something. If you can't publish, because the belief is that it is research work that is taught at the university. So if you can't do any productive research work, they don't see why they should keep you at the university.
Okay.
Like for instance, when we got admitted to the 92, most of the people that taught us were PhD holders. So I asked Professor Jechi, who was the head of the philosophy department. I said, but why we can't see the young people? He said, no, we ourselves will build your foundations. So when the master's degree holder comes to teach you, what we already built will not be destroyed.
Okay.
So they believe in competition. Even among the university lecturers, they said that we were there. They were what they call the university faculty
association.
Yeah, no, that's not it was weekly lecture series.
They have the weekly lecture series,
Mhm.
and they have the inaugural lecture series.
Okay.
And the inaugural lecture series, I think it was once every 3 months.
Okay.
I've forgotten what time it was, but it is when you are publishing when you want to discuss your thesis, because they're going to promote you to an associate professor level. And let's say this, when I was there, Dr. Songsori was a young geographer. He had published 5 books.
Okay.
And by university standard, he was quite outstanding.
Okay.
And he was young. The other professor then were in the old age, associate professor. And then when you're there, 25 years plus publication is what takes you to associate professor. But here was this guy, 5 years, 5 books, and he was going for inaugural lecture. And at the inaugural lecture, we all go there because that's where you learn, and that's what makes the university such a round field, because you all go there and you listen.
Okay. Well, that is great. So again, the issue of the ranking is clear. The University of Ghana ranks #1 in the country, followed by Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. The third place is the University of Cape Coast. So that is clear. So that university is #1.
Thank you very
Thank you for the
much.
correction.
Yes, in Ghana. So I just wanted to clear that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We insist.
Yes, absolutely. So again, what is this? I don't know what is 0 level, A level. What is that? I'm seeing some.
O level and
Yeah.
A level.
Yeah.
The British system, you go to up to Fund 5.
So
You can
12th grade,
that-
13th grade,
yeah.
14th grade, what
Yeah.
grade?
Yeah. So Fund 5 that the equivalent of 12th grade here.
Okay.
After that, you can decide as a student whether you did well in math or science, whether you want to go for professional, technical studies, and you want to go university. You just want, you want to do electrical work. You don't want to be engineer. You say, I just want, be at the professional level. But if not, you go to the higher level, the A level, advanced level.
Okay.
That means 2 years more to prepare to enter university, any tertiary university, that's third level. So if you did lower, you got 2 years. So lower A and upper A. Then after that, so now look at all those steps. So after that, then you go take the exact which will carry you to the university to enter. Now, just fast forward and come all the way now. Our students are going through just 12th grade. And after 12th grade with WIAC, so now we are crying WIAC and WAS saying, people are saying, oh, the thing too hard. If it's too hard, just imagine how far you will go. If you did this struggle to get to, tertiary education, you have to study. It gotta be hard. And, we joke about it, but I often tell students who, you see plenty of them going and say, you want to study sociology, you want to study accounting, you want to study nothing wrong with those things. Nothing wrong with studying those. But the easier the subject look now to study, the harder it is to get jobs.
Sure.
The harder the subject is, you go to the commencement exercise, you see 3 students in geology. All those 3 students get jobs. They'll go to Ministry of Energy, or they'll go to Western Cluster, or they'll go to ArcelorMittal. But they were studying hard. So those are the steps. So what's most important is that hard work that you must do. And you must have the interest to want to pursue higher education. So we are saying, again, come back to Liberia, we are saying, if the Ministry of Education, the government of Liberia, the national legislature, if they put money in the budget for scholarship, universities like these who are offering practical research-oriented, skill set for life, universities, we should encourage our students to go there.
And just in addition to that, I mean, the fact remains, we had a difficult time in our country. We had almost the long years of unproductiveness, right? And the people who are advancing at university, they were doing well. I mean, there's no harm in providing opportunity for other people to go and advance themselves. I mean, we can catch up with University of Ghana if we start to now follow them too. Let bear in mind, the same University of Ghana that we speak of today also have to send their parents, their students and lecturers out there to acquire education to bring back to their university, and that have promoted the university activities. So there's nothing wrong with sending our lecturers.
And it's good you make a clarity on that. I'm reading the live feed where they say that we should put energy at University of Liberia instead of, and so.
I mean, no disrespect to our university. It still remains our premier university.
So send our people out there, go and learn and come back
and people the manpower at our university, and that will even attract the university more. Now, the reason was attracted doing those was because of some of the things the Tottenham government, the Tupper government did. They sent our people out to go acquire education out of the country. They went to the US and so on and got quality education key and taught. The reason you see Amandina and Koyo to leave, go to Ghana and perform well. Others, I think it was Professor Larry Yankwe, who was at the University of Liberia waiting for his master program. And he came on top. I think that year he was the first person who graduated with a higher grade at the university. So it was only because of his foundation he had there, but it was also predicated to the fact that the university then had invested more into its manpower. So nothing wrong with doing that as I speak now. I mean, staff at the university can take advantage of a much more advanced university, gain high-end advanced more studies, come back and impact your country. There's nothing wrong with that. So I would just like to speak to some of the courses being done at the University of Ghana. We have the College of Basic and Applied Science, and they do that in BSc, MAE, MPhil, and PhD, right? So you can do your BSc there, you can do your MAE there, you can do your MPhil, and then do PhD at the College of Basic and Applied Science. They also have the College of Humanities there too. Well, and there, of course, the banking, the laws, the School of Sociology, Social Science, School of Languages, all of that. And they also do BSc, Master of Philosophy, MBA, Master of Business, and they do PhD as well. We also have the College of Education, there where I also study, And then we have School of Information and Communication Studies. Then they have Information Study, Communication, Study of Education, Leadership. And so the university also provides short-term courses for practitioners like what LIPA does here as well.
Okay.
And all of those can be arranged by the Alumni Association Liberia. That is what we are here for. To sell our Alumni Association. You can come through our office. It's on a bypass. It's between Donkin Gas Station and PMC. Is that the Avalon building? Just there. Come. We'll share our contact with you at the end of the show. Take advantage of the opportunity. I also want to stress on the issue of the MSc online program too as well. Take advantage of that. It's a collaboration with the London School of Hygiene in the University of Ghana. It's a full scholarship. All you need, get a good grades and contact our office. We'll help you out with this.
Only let me come back a little bit to the investment that governments make in university.
Okay.
I think maybe we forgot it, but we had someone like Dr. Amos Sawyer who went to Northwestern University. You had people like Dr. Tobana Tipote. When they came back, they were young. Dr. Even Dutuan Lemesin, Henry Boma Fambule. These were all people that benefited from scholarship, went away, came back, came back to teach at the university because the university paid well and it set standards. So Dr. Tobana Tipote, these are the, those days when you talk about the radical professors, opening the minds of people.
Okay.
So if we are talking about investment in the university, it's leadership and vision. And then we also have globally our ministers of education go out there to these various global leadership meetings.
Okay.
So there's something called the Maputo Declaration.
Okay.
The Maputo Declaration that we signed, even Liberia signed up to that. The AU, it requires government to invest 20% of its budget into education. So it is the government again that will set standards. So when you have the higher, what is it called, National Commission for
Higher Education. Okay.
They would set the standard.
Okay.
For which you must see yourself as to whether you benefit.
So
we're talking about the research.
I'm smiling. Dr. Tukwan Antipote is actually calling. Yeah. So that just hold on 1 minute. I'm going to place the call back to you. Yes. Once your name is
so you're just validating the point.
Great. Yes.
When we arrived in Ghana, he was like the godfather. I mean, he was Mr. Wizard, Councillor Madina Wizard. They were the people who were pushing our point and showing that we enter their schools. He played a pioneering role, and he was a good friend to Professor Akida Pasoy, who was then the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, and it was during his tenure that we got admitted to the university because of Dr. Tipote and others' advocacy.
Okay. Yes, let's flip the lines. Open up. This is the Truth Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. It's about 10 minutes up to 10 o'clock. Yes, University of Ghana Alumni Association, Liberia. Yes, so Councillor Mendina Wise, Anthony Thomas Nouvel, and of course, information specialist Kofi Willie, yes, with us this morning.
Yes,
0777.
Try to take it before we take other calls.
Lauren, accountability lab, you also going back and forth. Yes.
That university is number 1 in Ghana. So I've searched almost 3 other websites, so I think I can.
Yes. Let's see, Dr. Tukwa Nantipote. I missed your voice for a very long time. How you doing this morning, Dr. Tipote? Oh, okay. Yes, that is. No, you say you wanted to participate anyway. Let's get 0777 285 961.
0770-202579. You can call the any of these numbers.
So when you're starting a discussion, he was wanting to participate. Anyway, so you join me. Yes. Go ahead. Let's pick a call.
Let me take this one. Please stay away from. I think you already.
Leave from the monitor, please.
So terrible. Yes, call on 0770-202579. Liberian students can take opportunity or advantage of this. Good morning.
morning, Ambassador Maka, David, and President Colin Ramos. Let me say good morning to your guest in studio. My name is Aloysius P. from Kenya, and I phoned this morning from Lower Makili County. Let me say to those children guests for the deliberation and the world's revamping and improving the educational status of young Liberians and Liberians as a whole. Maka thinks Olin stressed a very good point. That is, before then, Liberia was one country that was entertaining people of folks from other countries, studying within its university. But today, we carry looking for opportunities to
Alasha, it is still very good for people to go in other places and learn. It's very good.
I think we should be taking the direction of strengthening our universities that we have within our country, our colleges, instead of us just contemplating looking for scholarships opportunities to go out.
All right. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka. Let me say good morning to the student guest. This is Alvin from Gula Community, Alvin Cook. Let me appreciate them very well. But Maka, my concern has to do with it is good for people to go out and study and more especially in the Premier University. But the sustainability aspect is a one. Two,
Which one is the sustainability?
yes, that's sustainable with the program because the students telling the
Okay.
two. Yes, because we see all students around Africa and Nigeria, we just want to struggle to even get the government to get that too. And it's the next thing university scholarship and to a university form.
Have you tested? Have you been on a tent before?
You don't know the people sitting here, man. You man. Okay.
We tried this one.
You don't know the people sitting here, man. You man. 07702022579. For me, in my opinion, I think this is a good opportunity for young people to go out there, exchange, learn out there.
I'm just sitting thinking about the PhD.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
No. So let's pick up Lawrence Yolo. Lawrence, yes, Accountability Lab. Good morning.
They will always come with you.
I'm gonna tell you, go ahead, Lawrence Yolo.
Okay, Lawrence communicate.
For putting up a good association in the country. I think it's good. I think there are a lot of good things they're doing and being said. And, I just also think that there are also information that, as someone who taught in Ghana in the secondary, school, and also someone who went to school in Ghana I spent like 10 years in Ghana. At the O level, I just want to make some correction. The O level is no longer being taught in high schools.
Okay.
That's why, they're taught way now from high school. So you have SS1, just need to correct this, so that people listening will also pick the right information. So SS1 now, so you have GSS1, which is junior secondary, and 1 which is 7th grade here, GSS2 is 8th grade, GSS3 is 9th grade, and SS1, now you bring them into arts and science. So SS1 is 10th grade, SS2, SS3 is 11th and 12th grade. So the system has been reversed a little bit just because they now understand that there are university colleges that coming up that have to take longer time, at least 20-25 years to attain the proper status. But I think most of the things said are true. I know University of Ghana is still struggling to come to number one. Ashanti is giving them tough time. The private universities are giving University of Ghana tough time. Cape Coast, we met over
I know it's the argument always be she will always be
we know you will blow your trumpet.
You blow your own trumpet and finance change.
came number 3 in the country. So we're following the debate, but hats off to you guys.
Thank you so much.
And it's difficult for librarians to digest the information. Or people,
So,
yeah.
I just want to make one small commendation to
Okay.
Mr. Yelu.
Yeah. Okay.
You hear the man speaking,
Mm-hmm.
you immediately know that that person is very conscious of the language he's using, how he's speaking. He's speaking very clearly and very correctly.
Okay.
So again, that's some of the things about going to school out there. So listen to Mr. Yelu speaking, and he has been a teacher.
Okay.
Now we have a problem. Maybe we don't recognize that. People using words that are not in the dictionary and not the way they phonetically pronounce. Preach, scratch, struggle, literature, I mean, I heard a minister speak the other day and he said, ministry. Ministry. The ministry of this. I don't want to call it what you're calling because then you know.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
I just want to say thanks to Mr. Yellow. I mean, we're not doing a competition between Kivas but
yes.
to come back to
the guy who say how people merit the scholarship.
As for merit, we're just simply saying the struggle is not with us. The problem is not with us. The problem is with your grades. The grade that you bring from WAS.
Okay.
You bring 6, we can make it 7 because University of Ghana will look at your paper. We are only going to validate and send forward.
Okay.
The recruitment officer who came will ask you for your paper. Then they will validate. So World Trade Center issue will not come inside here.
Don't try to say,
we know all that.
Everything sort of why.
Yeah.
We won't met why I give you all a code how to verify the
how to verify. So the merit system is foundational. Again, on the other aspect of why we are promoting this, that simple adage, travel and see. Go outside there and go learn. The scene where we had other people used to come to University of Liberia to come. Dr. Poto, Robert Poto, who was one time the most
education.
For he was the orthopedic surgeon. He still is.
Yeah.
He's just retired now. He's a consultant. But if you look at his book that he's written, it's his wife who's the current minister of health.
Okay.
But if you look at Dr. Poto's book, if you see the number of African students who came to benefit from the knowledge and founding of the A.M. Dogliotti School of Medicine, when University of Liberia was University of Liberia, premier, go look into that book, or go get one of Dr. Poto's book and look at it so you can discuss it. It shows you that there was investment in medicine and the medical college here, and so it attracted a good number of African students from across the continent. So what we are trying to say is the government can still put money into the university. We're asking the government put money and put money aside for scholarship and let all the districts throughout the country, the representatives can take this as serious. Let people compete at the WAEC level so that they can compete for the scholarship and sign an undertaking that when you go out, you will come back in to upgrade and enhance the benefit of your community.
Very well.
And only if I may add, as a result of the visit of the Vice Chancellor here last year, we had an engagement with the University of Liberia. I am informed reliably that as a result of that visit, we have 5 lecturers from the University of Liberia that are now doing their PhD at the University of Ghana on the university's account.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're talking about quality. In order to provide that kind of education that they require, you must have that quality research-based education.
Sure.
That is our argument. We're not condemning what we have here. We are seeing that it can be improved by the international connection. Out at the business college here during the late 80s, most of the lecturers had a business college that came from other countries with PhD. Professor Yunus said that in order to be a foreigner to teach at that university, at the business school, have a PhD.
No.
So the standards were there. Can these standards come back? Yes, we can do it. But we can only do it when we develop the kind of people we need to make these universities. Like for instance, there's an offer right now from the University of Education in Ghana, in Winneba, They have offered that they want to come here, but they only want a hub, a university that will embrace them. They will come for 5 years to train 100 PhDs.
Wow.
Then instead to come here, no lab, no teacher. The lecturers will come from Ghana, the University of Winnipeg, and education come here. They only be your campus. So, and as a result of it, as a Liberian at that university called Dr. Edison Pajibo is now an associate professor.
That's right.
So if a Liberian can reach that level, you will know how good he is. So he's coming here to serve as guest speaker during the launch of our 5-year strategic plan.
And we will publicize and call O'Neill.
Yes, and it's something I'm looking for in the near future. Do a PhD.
Only just to say, talking about standards, you know, I am on the board. The Bishop of the United Methodist Church has, you know, appointed me to be on the board of the UMU.
Okay.
I can tell you the bishop just by his own vision.
Congratulations.
So, thank you very much, but I wasn't.
Okay.
By his vision, there are other board members, Dr. Mills June, Monique Captain, Dr. Labala, Mother Scott. The Alumni Association is represented from the school. So, you know, the late Representative Gueglo. So you're saying a board gives guidance.
Okay.
So you see, when you appoint people, then they help. So all we are saying by, you know, by these kinds of discussion, look at the kind of, you know, quality information that Mr. Novo just provided. So if Dr. Pajibo comes in, by the time he comes in, we should be embracing this kind of idea, maybe engaging with the Ministry of Education. I hope we can do that.
Yeah.
And to see if you want to train, to tell you the truth, the real area where we must focus on is in education. Because early childhood education. If we miss the foundation, I can tell you, for most people, they don't know that, but if you miss reading at 5th grade, truth be told, you are going to struggle because they think the English called reading English comprehension. Where you read, if you can't understand,
it's a problem.
It's a challenge.
No problem. I like yeah, so time is fine spent. Let's do a roundtable. Let's start off with you. Yes, Anthony Newville.
Well, again, I want to say thank you, O'Neill. I want to also thank you to our senior colleague who was there in the 80s and early 90s. And those who went there in the 90s, and how they call it, Kofi represent the 2000 group. We are grateful to the 2FM for providing this forum. And we pray that you will grant us the opportunity to come back here just before the Vice Chancellor come in for us to share the idea of what we are doing, what we want to do. Our basic interest is quality education in Liberia.
Very well. Yes, Willie.
So in closing, like I said, the ambassador is a wall of this. This is not a secret thing we are running Liberia here. So even if you have issue with getting to us, you can also stop by the Ghanaian embassy. They will give you support. This is real. We want to make sure that a lot of you feel our education, the education that we experience at the University of Ghana is not something new. I mean, even India, who are much more, China, who are much more advanced, Russia's are still sending students across, from Europe to America, from America to Europe, and back and forth. So there's not anything big we should make out of content. I think we should go beyond this to just making sure that we get the best out of the world, out of Africa, and then bring it back to our country. So, for example, the information study, that's something we don't do here in Liberia, right? So, have valuing information management than other people around here.
Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with going to acquiring your education and bringing it by helping out. So we shouldn't make it look like, why don't you revamp our university? The truth is, our university need help. And how do you help her? Is to provide scholarship that you go to other advanced university, gain your paper, and then come and help with the system back home here. Just for my closing.
Great, thank you so much. Yes.
Those who are interested in applying for our program, want to work with the alumni office, can I call these numbers, please? I know you want to read out, you different. I don't know.
Yes, go ahead.
So we have 0777 45 69 30, 0777 45 69 30. You want to call the Lone Star number is 0880.
You said 0777 45 69 30.
Yeah, 30.
Okay.
All right. Then if you want to call a Lone Star number, you can call 0880 87 86 1A. Call these numbers and we'll give you the necessary assistance that you will need. Thank you.
Yes, great. Councilor Medina Wise.
Thank you very much, O'Neill, for this opportunity. And we want to continue to encourage people to see education, quality education, as key to the development of our beloved country, Liberia. And we want to encourage as many people who can go right next door to the University of Ghana, the premier university, to acquire quality education, come back home, and give a good service to the country.
Great. Yes, come back home and get a good service to the country. The folks from the University of Ghana Alumni Association Liberia closing us up, and Councilor Medina Wise, Anthony Thomas Newville, and of course, information specialist Kofi J. Woolley. Thank you so much. This is how we closed up on the Wednesday edition of the Breakfast Show. Welcome back home, His Excellency Joseph Boyka. President Joseph Boyka, welcome home. On behalf of the entire team, Richard Lucien and Adola Maka Davis, my name is O'Neill. Have a blessed Wednesday. Bye-bye.